Donald Trump made an appearance at a Ford plant in Michigan and didn't get exactly the warmest welcome. Take a look. Okay, so he's being blurred out there. I think it was fact checked that that's a middle finger. I thought it might be just more waddle coming down to there. And for your eyes, we would normally blur that. But no, he flipped the bird to that worker. See, a worker at this Ford plant who doesn't seem to like Donald Trump very much called him a pedophile protector. And Donald Trump freaked out about that. Now, I've always said if one wants to avoid being called a pedophile protector, there's one simple trick you can use. Dentists hate this. Don't protect pedophiles, and then people won't call you that. It's good advice for Donald Trump, for Dan Bongino, just good advice all around. But TJ Sabula did throw that slur at Donald Trump. He's a 40-year-old UAW worker at the factory. He says he's been suspended from work pending an investigation, but says, as far as calling him out, definitely no regrets whatsoever. I don't feel as though fate looks upon you often, and when it does, you better be ready to seize the opportunity. And today, I think I did that. I think I love this man. Not only what he did, but the way he expressed that. Are you J.R.R. Tolkien? What is going on here? So anyway, he seized the opportunity and he did it. By the way, he says he's an independent. He hasn't voted for Trump, but he has supported other Republicans. And he assured us that Trump did clearly hear him, although we could tell, by the way. Now I'm being told by the crowd watching that $300,000 has been raised for him, which is awesome. Normally, to get that sort of crowdfunding money, you need to be a right winger who lost your job because you're on video saying the N-word or something. So good to see it being crowdfunding being going to something good for once. But I want to throw it to you, Sharon, because a lot of people are focusing on the middle finger and Trump saying F you. But like the part that bothers me more is him saying you're fired.
Yeah.
Like, look at freaking Joffrey here. Like, oh, how dare the peasant say something? Oh, that scars my perfect ears. How dare you say that? You're gonna lose your job. You lose your livelihood for saying a thing I don't like. Oh, Trump, was it politically incorrect? Are you triggered? But look at the cancel culture. And not only, but he did get suspended actually, Sharon. So pathetic, by the way. And Ford should suffer some consequences for this. They should rehire him. But what do you think?
What a guy who is so small, so gross, so bothered, so thin-skinned, this Trump guy who is the leader of the free world. He's attacking people every day. But when one guy blurts out the truth, he can't take it. And I don't believe there is any investigation. What are you investigating? We all heard it. We all saw it. He's saying, I did it. So what policy is it violating? None. He's with the union. I say he gets to stay. Ultimately, they're just doing this to let it die down. And he's a winner. What, $300 and some $1,000 and growing after this segment and your huge following? It'll probably double, okay? That pot will double in the next hour just because of this show. So Trump is a fool, and this is really fun. It's actually so fun. Is he single? I'd love to marry this guy.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, I'm glad that he did what he did. But to be balanced now, I do think that we need to move on to the other side of this, where Elon Musk and Dave Rubin and Matt Taibbi all come to this guy's rescue because they are free speech warriors, absolutists actually, and they believe how dare any company or the president strike back against this guy for simply expressing his opinions. You probably tell from my tone that's not happening. They're not free speech absolutists. They like speech that they like, using the R word or whatever, using racial slurs. That's what free speech is for. Not expressing an objective fact like Donald Trump is protecting pedophiles.